Hey, what's happening YouTube? It's Steve of the Raiken Profit at RaikenProfit.com, coming back to you with another video. Today's video I'm going to talk about the 4 downsides to selling clothing, in my opinion, from my personal experience, and a few things that you should look out for when getting started selling clothing, or just to be aware of. Because as you know, with anything in life, there's always going to be the good, there's going to be the bad, there's going to be pros and cons. So I hope to be able to bring some awareness to you. But before we get started, I want to please ask you, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscribe button on the screen so these videos will come right to you. And if you find these videos helpful, please be sure to hit the like button. So with that being said, let's get started. The first downfall, in my opinion, to selling clothing is it takes time to sell. I mean, unlike video games, if you get certain video games, you can sell them very quickly and they just fly off the shelves like hotcakes. When it comes to clothing, overall, things don't sell extremely quick. I mean, yes, certain brands do sell quicker than others, like Lacoste and Pendleton's. They seem to sell really quick for me. But you find other brands that are really good, like Ralph Lauren or Tommy Bahama. There's an abundance of them. There's a lot of them out there. And if you don't price them accordingly, or if you even price them competitively sometimes, it takes a while to sell. So you really got to build up a big inventory and have a lot of items so you can make those consistent sales on an everyday basis. Downfall number 2, and I'm sure this is with everything, but with clothing I've seemed to see it a lot more. Returns. Now there's a lot of things that you can do to prevent returns. I'm not going to get into it in this video, but as you know, with clothing and the internet, you're not able to try it on, obviously. You've got to look at the measurements, and some people don't read the measurements. Some people just buy it first without looking, so they get this shirt and it doesn't fit properly, or the pants or whatever you're selling in the clothing arena, and they want to return. So it doesn't happen very often, maybe once every week or two for me, sometimes only once a month, if that. But returns are always an issue. Just like with other things, if you have a video game or I don't know, tools maybe or something like that, you're not going to really get a return all the time. But with clothing, I feel like it's easier to get a return. Downfall number 3, and this mainly has to do with eBay, but when it comes to selling clothing, it takes a long time to list the item. I mean, you've got to take all the pictures, you've got to take all the measurements, you've got to get the description down. I mean, yes, there's ways to speed up this process with templates and saving some of your information, but it really does take a good amount of time to get your items prepared and put them on eBay. Also, like, for instance, if you have maybe books or DVDs or brand new items, putting them on Amazon is so quick. You could put up hundreds of items within an hour. Whereas eBay, it might take, you might only be able to get 10 to 20 items per hour, if that. I mean, it's probably going to take a lot longer than that. So time is always very important. And the last downfall, downfall number 4, that I find with clothing is hidden flaws. I mean, a lot of times you'll get these these pieces of clothing, and you'll inspect them, you'll look at everything on the shirt, you'll really take some time to check it out, but for some reason when you get home you miss something. There might be a stain at the bottom of the shirt, a rip inside, or a button that fell off, or maybe it even stinks like cigarettes and you didn't smell it or something like that. But it seems with clothing, there's always a hidden flaw sometimes, so you really got to take the time to be able to inspect the item properly so you don't lose out on your money. So like I said, with everything in life there's downfalls, but with clothing, be aware that it takes time to sell your items. If you want to make consistent sales, you are going to have to build up an inventory. Don't expect your clothing to sell all the time as fast as video games or really popular in-demand things. You're going to be looking at getting some returns every once in a while if it doesn't fit. It takes a while to list your items, so if you're selling on Amazon now and you expect to come over and start selling clothing and listing up 100 items per hour, it's not going to happen. And lastly, you're gonna lose some money every once in a while with a flaw. You're gonna inspect the shirt or the article of clothing. You're gonna come home. You're gonna take all the pictures, get all the listings, information ready, and then you're gonna find a flaw, a stain or a rip or something like that. And it's just part of the business. It's part of selling clothing. It's normal. So hopefully this video helped you to become more aware to what to be able to look out for on the downside, and to get you in a better position to start selling clothing. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check me out at Facebook at Raiken Profit, and have a great day. Thanks for watching.